moving on to 2.4. Yesterday you solved multi-step equations with variables on one side. Okay, now we're dealing with variables on both sides. All right. So on this one, we have variable on both sides. What is our main goal when solving equations? Get the variable by itself. So we need to combine the variables, right? So we need to do like terms. First, we look if there's like terms on the left side. Is there any like terms on the left side right now? No. Look on the right side. Is there any like terms right now? No. So now we need to get the variable on one side, everything else on the other. So let's work on the variable first. How do we get the variable on one side? Not plus. We need to subtract that 3f. I would always recommend keeping that variable positive so you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to rewrite so I got more room. So subtract 3f on both sides. 9f minus 3f. 6f minus 6 equals 7.
Why would you subtract?
Because it's positive right now, so we need to do the opposite of what it is. All right, our next step would be to what? Yep, this is just like what we did yesterday. So we have 6f equals 12. Not 12. 13. So divide by 6. F equals 2 1/6. Yep. Because 6 goes into 13 two times, and then you have 1 left over. Yep. What do we do when we have fractions? How do we get rid of them right away? Multiply by what?
By the denominator.
Multiply by the denominator. All we got to do. Multiply by 8 on both sides. What happens on the right side?
8 disappears.
The 8's cancel out. What do I have left?
3.
I have 3 left times 46r plus 8. Okay, all that went away was that 8. Everything else stays the same. What about that right side? Or left side? What are we going to have? Because we're multiplying it by 8, so we need to do 8 times 6. What's 8 times 6? 48. And then we have that quantity left over. Everyone okay there? So I multiplied by my denominator 8 to get rid of the fraction. See on this side how it's gone now? Okay. This side, all I did was multiply the 8 by the number that's out in front. And the quantity stays the same. I did nothing with the quantity. Okay? Now we just need to solve. What should we do? Because we want to simplify the sides first before we start combining. What do we need to do first? What do we do before combining like terms? Distribute on both sides. So we have 48 times 3. What's 48 times 3?
144.
144. What's 48 times 4? What's 48 times 4?
196. 192.
192. What do we do on the right side? Distribute. What's 3 times 46?
138.
138r. And then 8 times 3? 24. Yep. Okay, now we have it. Sorry. Do we have it simplified on both sides? On the left side, are there any more like terms? On the right side, are there any more like terms? Now we can combine them. Okay, we need to get r on one side. How do we get r on one side?
Subtract 138 on both sides.
Subtract 138 on both sides. What's 144 minus 138?
That would be
6r. Okay, now it looks like what we've been doing. What's our next step? Add 192. What's 24 plus 192? 216. Last step. Divide by 6. R equals, what is it? 36. Thank you. Okay, take all of these slow. You see how much work I just did? I should see that every time you guys do one of these problems. Okay, show that work. Do we remember how we get no solution?
It's like something like x, like 1 equals something different.
Right. It's when the variables are gone, right? If our variables just disappear and we're left with like 1 equals 2. Is that a true statement? No, so then it would be a no solution. What if we got, or how would you know if it was all values? All real numbers are infinitely many. When's that the case?
Equals 0.
Not necessarily equal 0. Still variables are gone, but then we get a true statement. So like 1 equals 1. So if there's a true statement at the end, it's infinitely many solutions. Yeah? So when is it no solutions?
It's when it's like -1 equals 0.
Yep, when the numbers don't equal each other. When is it infinitely many? When they have the same number, when they equal each other, and it's a true statement. Yep. Let's talk about this real fast, okay? This is the steps that you're going to follow. So you want to simplify the expressions on both sides. Use the distributive property, and then combine like terms on both sides first, okay? Step 2, you're going to get the variables on one side, everything else on the other side, and then simplify. And then step 3, you're doing those last steps to get the variable by itself. Usually, you're going to be dividing or multiplying. Yeah? Okay.